Hey YouTube, so this is the Citrine Princess and I'm back and I just wanted to do a life update for you guys. I've actually got a lot of exciting new information for y'all, so I'm really happy to share. So I'm in a different setting. I don't know if y'all can really tell or notice, but had a lot of things going on the last couple months, and so I'm just going to give you guys a life update. And I'm really excited because I have a new intro as well, so I'll share that as well. So we're going to get into it. And today's crystals, I got my citrine quartz. I feel like this piece, I don't know if it was sun bleached or what, or if it was in the sun too much. I feel like it's more gold than it was before. It was more of a pale yellow before. I don't know if that's just in my head or what, but I'm pretty sure it's a different color, even though I keep my crystals in a bag away from the sun. But I don't know if it's just age over time, but it looks more golden to me. But it's still a beautiful crystal, and it's what's this channel's named after, citrine. So definitely need that positive, abundant energy, especially during these crazy times. Because we just ended spooky season, which I'm happy about because I feel like the energy this Halloween, like with Jeffrey Dahmer being back in the media, it was just really dark. So I definitely need the positivity and light that citrine brings. Citrine, like the benefits of it is that it attracts wealth into your home and your office. So it's a great stone or crystal to have in your workplace. It it brings abundance of good fortune, good luck in love, fortune, and business. And it removes negative energy from your home and office. And it protects existing wealth and fortune. And that's something I've learned recently because we love the positive affirmations. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly, and we get to keep it with citrine. And it's one of the few crystals that doesn't need to be cleansed. And it dispels negative energy, so I love that. Now, the other stone of the day is pyrite. A lot of people are scared of pyrite, but it's a wealth stone, a powerful manifestation stone. And so if you're trying to program your life for abundance, definitely don't be afraid of pyrite. And then one of my personal favorites is green aventurine. That's another wealth stone, and it brings you abundance and good luck. So I'm excited because today, while we get started, I do have a new intro. And so I'm going to play that for you guys. I actually had my brother do the intro. It's the same beat, but he did the lyrics. So my brother's YouTube is FN Fox or Freak Nasty Fox, whatever whatever you want to call it. So I will put his YouTube and his Cash App and the YouTube Cash App, and then he is FN Fox on Apple Music as well. So if you like that, check it out. He's also on Spotify as well under the same name. So I'm going to play the intro and vibe with y'all.
Damn, bro. All you gotta do, give me a call. I always ask you to talk to me. This motherfucker, talk your shit to these folks. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Really for the projects, though. Not really sure what else to say. Lately, I don't even know how to pray. Lately, I'm tripping on baby, got pockets and lazy, and I'm trying to eat today. Yeah, I've been writing these letters and telling my brothers I'm sorry, I love them okay. My mom been tripping and telling me cold or cow, and I just not used to that. I come from a place where we come from the stand and scared, but this is my God today. I'm so higher than leaving this push, I'm up in the cloud. Girl, I just do it. Can't lie about what I done took. How many spoons can't did two today? Don't care if you gonna trip. We can throw hands, we can shoot flips. Yeah, I need walk no more to put on my days and I glide on the floor.
something to the music.
Lately I don't even know how to pray. Lately I'm tripping on baby, good pockets and lazy, and I'm trying to eat today. Yeah, I've been writing these letters and telling my brothers I'm sorry, I love them okay. My mom been tripping and telling me call the cow, and I just not used to that. I come from a place we come from staying and scared, but this is my God today. I'm so higher than leaning and touch them up in the cloud. Girl, I just do it. Can't lie about what I done took. How many spoons can't did two today? Don't care if you gonna trip. We can throw hands, we can shoot flips. Yeah, I ain't walk no more. To put on my days and I glide on the floor. Bitches so clean, I got butter like toast. Until I die, I be doing the most. Niggas be hating, they rocking the boat. They don't know how I be staying afloat. We just be pushing the pen off the floor. We just be tied in the pen, don't you know? Yeah. I just woke up like this. I don't need nothing else. Whatever I do is whatever I do. Yeah, the money will make itself. So I feel like I'm worth a million. Yeah, I feel like I'm worth a million. Yeah, I feel like I'm worth a million. Yeah, but baby you worth it all. But baby you worth it all. But baby you worth it all. Yeah, baby you worth it. Hold up, wait, baby you worth it. Maybe I really should lay back in this sofa and let you just ride it like coaster. But I got some numbers to call and money to make overseas. Yeah, she said I got a whole lot of people and people be counting on me. Got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I know pain run deep. If pain turned me into a beast, yeah, I'm set about the streets, but ain't nothing out my reach. I took the game, put it on the leash. I've been running these lives, but I ain't running out my breath. I know I got a whole lot left, better check your step. Lately I've been up in the bed. If I'm bluffing, then take my test. Not really sure what I should say. Lately I don't even know how to pray. Lately I'm tripping on baby, good pockets and lazy, and I'm trying to eat today. Yeah, I'm trying to eat today. Yeah, I'm trying to eat today. Lately been tripping on baby, good pockets and lazy, and I'm trying to eat today. Yeah, yeah, I'm trying to eat today. Yeah, I'm trying to eat today. I just woke up like this. I don't need nothing else. Whatever I do is whatever I do. Yeah, the money will make itself. So I feel like I'm worth a million. Yeah, I feel like I'm worth a million. Yeah, I feel like I'm worth a million. Yeah, but baby you worth it all. But baby you worth it all. But baby you worth it all. Yeah, but baby you worth it. Hold up, wait, baby you worth it.
So that there you have it. That is the intro. That is my brother's music, FN Fox. So if you like that, you can stream it on Spotify. I think it does. I think he said the song is gonna drop tomorrow. And then the lip gloss for today is the Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez, and the shade is Courage. Even though it looks pretty safe, it's very understated. I feel like it just matches my skin tone. So I have some life updates. So during the last retrograde of the year, it was a really intense retrograde. There were a lot of planetary shifts, and my life ended up shifting a lot during the retrograde. So we're going to talk about that today and what I learned from that experience. So I actually had some tower moments during the retrograde. So yeah, it wasn't pretty. So I had, all in about the span of a week, I think around the end of September. No, end of August is when the tower moment started. So the tower moment started before the retrograde. It was a long retrograde. So it's from September 9th until October the 2nd. So end of August, I lost my job that I had had for like 18 months. And it was becoming toxic. And it was like one of those situations where like spirit was already telling me that this job was no longer serving me. And it just got really toxic. And so I didn't leave my job in a reasonable manner. So spirit was like, okay, we're getting rid of you this job, because it was so like strange things kept happening. Like I was working on the phones, and sometimes the power would go out, like it would go like boom, and then the power would come back up. Like weird stuff was happening, like, and during like the retro, I don't know, it was before the retrograde, so it was like weird stuff would happen, and there was a point where I didn't have any. There was a day where I didn't have any reception, and I couldn't get on the internet. And with working from home, that's a big no-no. And so I ended up moving in the middle of August, and so it was a pretty hard move, but I finished the move, and then it was like things just were happening that were really not in my favor. So I was looking for apartments before the lease ended, and I found a place that I thought I liked. But it's like every place I would call, they would sell the place to someone else, or I wouldn't have the money. Like it would be like a couple days before payday, and they would sell it to someone else. And there was another place I was looking at. Oh yeah, but I went to go pay the deposit, and my card was turned off. So I ended up, under the kindness of a friend that I met, she blessed me. I was almost about to cry. Like, she let me stay at her place a couple weeks until I could figure everything out. And I ended up missing work a couple days, but I don't regret that time off work at all. But unfortunately it did lead me to the tower moment of getting fired. So the same week I lost my job, the day before that my car broke down. There was like 3 things wrong with my car, and the cost of, what's that? Sounds like the dogs are outside. Okay, they stopped. No, they didn't. I'm just gonna ignore the dogs. And so the cost of car parts here is at an all-time high. So the radiator, the fuel pump, and the power steering line had a hole in it. Like, all of that happened all at once. So I was driving, and my car broke down on the side of the road. And thankfully there was a stranger that helped me, like, push the car onto the side of the road so that no one hit me in their car. But that was pretty scary. They keep making a lot of noise. Like, it was quiet until I started making a video. Hold on. So my neighbor's a psycho. She just said she wants to fucking kill everybody, so she's angry. What a psycho. She was just screaming. I will call the police if I have to and make a noise complaint, because that's really psycho. Okay, so back to my story. So my car broke down. There was 3 things wrong with it, and that was very expensive to fix. So the money that I was going to use for a new apartment, I had to use on fixing my car. So in the span of like a week, I had no job, no car, and no place to stay. So 3 things that you can't really live without, and then there was 3 things wrong with my car. So it's like everything was happening in scores. And they're still making noise. I'm gonna ignore them. So I had my tower moment, and this was all during, like, I think it was like before the retrograde. So I had to get my car fixed like before the retrograde started. Is how I remember it. Yeah. So I got my car fixed before the retrograde started. And then it was like all this stuff was happening, and it was like all my friends were telling me, hey, this might be a sign that you should leave. So I moved from Texas to Tennessee. And so because I'm going to be living more near family, so that's why I'm in a different environment. And of course the neighbors are still really loud. They're probably low vibrational, so they hate that I'm making this video. Really weird. Anyway, it's cleansing the aura. And if I have to make a noise complaint, I will, because that's unacceptable. Anyway, so after that happened, I had my tower moments. I was really blessed because I had friends that helped me, and I ended up living, it kind of forced me into the soft life. Not having my job, my car, a place to stay. So then I just had to like chill. I never watched so much TV in my life, and I got a lot of sleep. And I actually wanted to stay on unemployment, but I'm so blessed I was able to find another job pretty quickly once I moved to another state. But the weird thing about the tower moment during the retrograde was it was like the end of September. I was like trying to figure out with family, talking with family, and figuring out how I was going to come back home. And my aunt told me wait until October 1st. And I thought that's perfect because the retrograde will be at the end by then, because the last retrograde of the year ended on October 2nd. So during that in-between time, I just traveled. I did things I couldn't do when I'm like working like a wage slave. So I traveled to like 5 different states. I don't know how many cities. And I spent like 11 days with my brother that I hadn't seen in 7 years, I think. I was able to spend 11 days with my brother that I hadn't seen in years. He's the one that made the intro song. And then I went to visit my other brother as well. So I went to Colorado and I went to Virginia for a few days as well. And I lost all my luggage when I was in Virginia. So it was quite the adventure. And I was able to like hang out with my neighbor that I was friends with. So that was a cool experience too. So it was kind of like the retrograde tower moments. It's like I had to turn lemons into lemonade. And so when I was in Virginia, I was able to pick up 2 spiritual books that I'll be talking about on this channel as well. So Creating Money, Attracting Abundance. I feel like that's all the chakras. So this book I found out about on TikTok, and I was finally able to order it on Amazon. And I also got Eastern Body, Western Mind. So any gems that I glean from these books, I will talk about on my channel. So it's been nice. I've been able to see family I haven't seen in years, and just really just slow down and enjoy life. And now I have a job that's not on the phone, so that's nice too. Because it was giving me like, it's just something about constantly being criticized and monitored on the phones, like with the call center jobs, that was triggering my anxiety really bad, and it was having like negative impacts on my health. Like the job got so toxic that I was on blood pressure medicine. So it had to be bad if I was content to not work on the phones anymore. Now I'm doing a cleaning job, and cleaning can be very meditative. So it's actually very like healing for my anxiety. And also during the time when I wasn't working, I went to Colorado, which is where I experienced the religious trauma and the cults. So I hadn't been back in 7 or 8 years, and so I was able to catch up with a friend from high school that I hadn't talked to in years, and we had a really deep conversation. And she told me that she had been on her own healing journey as well, and that she like grew her own vegetables, and that she was hiking for healing. And we had a really great conversation because we talked about how black women and Native American women can have trauma stored inside of their bodies, and it's not something that society talks about. What was that sound? I'm about to call the police. These people are crazy. I haven't made a video in months, and then I have to deal with this nonsense. Anyway, so we had a really deep conversation, me and my friend from high school, and I wouldn't have been able to have those experiences catching up with an old friend, reconnecting with family members if I hadn't had that tower moment. So I think it really showed me like how powerful I can be, that I was able to travel and go through all these life shifts during a retrograde, as well as 5 other planetary shifts. So it can really, retrogrades like make you slow down, but they can also show you what you're capable of. Because traveling during the retrograde, I don't recommend that. There was a lot of like turbulence, delays, but I think just being tapped in and knowing that it's coming, that helps you be prepared for those kind of situations. So that's what I've been up to. And so let me know in the comments how you guys' last retrograde of the year went, and if you like the new intro song. All right, and then I will be back posting. I'll be more active. So I'll see you guys later.